Hi, brother Marcos Luna and Barney. Um, Doing a video about my blog, reasons why we should abolish welfare and why the government won't. I like to get straight into it. And I've got a friend who worked all his life, paid all his taxes, and he was forced to resign from his job over a complete misunderstanding, And he went to his local job centre to inquire about job seekers allowance, or dole as they used to call it. And he was informed by this particular council stooge that he wouldn't qualify because he wasn't laid off. He'd bills to pay, and was obviously enraged with this answer, no wonder. So he protested and asked why, how come some people never work, never pay tax, and they get paid every week by the government? And then the stooge's eyes narrowed like this, Barney, and in a hushed tone explained to him that if you go on benefits straight out of school, then you can happily stay on them for life. And this is the attitude in Britain in 2013. When the welfare state was set up with the National Assistance Act of 1948, they would never have dreamed that this safety net that they set up after World War II will become the massive Big Brother control system that it's grown into. The welfare state in the UK is wildly, wildly out of control. And Ian Duncan Smith's reforms, which were being viciously resisted anyway, they don't even go a little bit of the way to sorting out the problem. There's a massive underclass of people in Britain who never ever work a day in their lives, and they're quite content to suckle in the tits of big government for the rest of their lives. We even actually have the farce of people having vast amounts of children so that they can have more money, bigger houses. So basically they're getting government grants for having sex. It's absolutely ridiculous. And we have to move towards largely abolishing welfare in Britain. And I know people go crazy. I've got the nerve to suggest this, and people call me heartless and cruel. Largely abolishing benefits is not cruel. What's cruel is letting people with absolutely no ambition or no clue drift in a limbo-like existence where they never get a kick up their arse, which everybody needs at some point in their lives, to go out and make something of themselves. This massive welfare state encourages laziness. Life on benefits doesn't help anyone. It only serves to subdue and to waste potentially successful and meaningful lives. I do believe that we should retain a thin net for people who are disabled or genuinely trying to find work. But I think if our taxes were massively, massively reduced by scrapping the welfare bill, then people give a lot more money to charities, which should help people in these situations. Some people have said to me, if we abolish welfare, then crime would skyrocket. Well, some people who can't take care of themselves, that the government will probably welcome prison, because then they'll be taken care of there. They'll get their 3 meals, they'll get their shelter, they won't need to do anything, they won't need to take responsibility. What if we said that from this point on, no new benefits will be issued? Existing benefits, like for the disabled and for people with children, will be continued for a period of time, and then anyone on job seekers allowance, then they'll be helped to find work. And then if they don't want it, when their money stops and they're starving, I'm sure they will want that work. I do concede in the short term there could be a spike in crime, but I think it will be temporary, absolutely. Any spike of this nature would be a dying culture, and it would be fighting a futile battle to stay alive, gasping its last breath. In a generation without a massive welfare state, the culture of sitting around and doing fuck all and collecting your check, it won't be there, it'll no longer exist, This is the only way to change this growing culture of doing nothing before the bill becomes so big the whole system simply crashes. We have to have a shift in consciousness. That's a big thing. You might wonder, well, why has the government never just got on and done this? Why have we not just got on and abolished it and just got on with it, save us money and benefit the country, whatever? Well, I would argue that having a vast amount of people, even working people, on some kind of benefit, whether it's job seekers allowance or some type of housing or child benefit, there's lots of different levels of it. It means that everyone has some level of dependence on the government, and then the government can threaten to stop it if people are stepping out of line. They want everyone tied to the government in some way. It's just, that's what they want. It's a fact, some way, shape or form, because it gives these psychopaths who are in the government and power the control over the population they so badly crave. You ask yourself, why something so important as critical thinking or any type of self-reliance is never taught to our children in schools? It's not there, it's not in the curriculum, it doesn't exist. Is learning to take care of yourself through growing food or even emergency survival techniques, is that not something worth teaching children? Of course it is. It's absolutely vital. What the problem is, independent people who can take care of themselves and critically think soon realise that they don't need a government at all, and that is an incredibly dangerous realisation. So thanks for watching. Brother Marcos Luna here, and my friend Barney. Brother Marcos Luna.blogspot.co.uk. Thanks for watching.